Hi, my name's Jacob Lowry, and I am the host of the GBS CIDP Summit in 2015. That's going to be the September the 14th of 2015. Our slogan is "Where Patients Have a Voice," and what that means is that patients have enough life experience with GBS or CIDP that I think we should have a voice. After all, we're the ones that know what's going on in our own body. We know our bodies better than anybody else does. And so without our voice, how is anybody supposed to figure out what's going on in our bodies? But at the same time, I had somebody tell me one time that patients aren't qualified to talk to other patients or any doctors for that matter, in an organized setting, because they lack the experience. And that got me to thinking. And I agree, experience matters. And so in my 8 years of being diagnosed with GBS, 2007 to 2015, I have experience, and I want to explain with using simple math what experience I have. Now, easy way to do that is I have 8 years of experience. But I want to get a little bit more complicated and explain it by the hours. So, in days, I have 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, or 365 days a year. 365 days multiplied by 8 years is 2,920 days. Now to get to the hours. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year is 8,760 hours a year. That multiplied by 8 years is 70,080 hours of personal experience with GBS. So my total experience is 8 years, 2,920 days, and 70,080 hours. Now if we go to the average working man, the average working man is going to work 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, if they don't take vacations. Most people are going to work 50 weeks a year because they get 2 weeks vacation. But even if they work 52, that's 260 days a year. 260 days a year, in 8 years, they've worked a total of 2,080 days. And then to get to the hours, they work 8 hours a day on average, for 260 days a year, or 2,080 hours a year, multiplied by 8 years, 16,640 hours total. So their total experience is in 8 years is 2,080 days and 16,640 hours. Just looking at the comparison, 16,640 versus 70,080 hours of personal experience, little different. So if we were to give the average working man, or in this case a doctor, the 70,080 hours of my experience, how long would they have to work in their profession to get to that hourly? The total is 33 plus years, or 12,297 days. Experience does matter, and without my experience, the doctors, all they have is what they've learned in books from other patients' experience. If no patients had any experience to share, there wouldn't be any information about Guillain-Barré or CIDP. This is why experience matters, and this is why at the Patient Summit, patients have a voice. Remember, like I said, it's going to be September the 14th, 2015. We're starting at 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. We are based in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We will be live streaming it over YouTube, or we will be at the Best Western Rio Grande Inn on Rio Grande Boulevard and I-40. Our speaking lineup, we have a great lineup of patients as well as a supporter. First off, it's myself, Jacob. I'm a GBS patient, like I said. Then we will follow up with Letitia Wood, who is a CIDP patient. Timothy Frolick, who is a GBS patient, and then last but not least, Kenny Mosier, who is the CEO of Golden Tiger, who is one of our sponsors. And if you want to know more information about coming, we do, it is a free event, but we are requiring RSVPs, so please email me at patientsummit@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to get the link to our YouTube, again, email me at patientsummit@gmail.com. Remember, patients should always have a voice.